morning, or as they say in Istanbul, in Turkey, merhaba. That's what I'm talking about, merhaba. Good morning. I've been in Istanbul. They do things with yogurt. Here I go about food again. They do things with yogurt like no place I've ever seen, and have a kind of bread too. And I really enjoyed. You know, I was once in Istanbul, invited to speak, a most unusual conference, with exiled Iranians, Christians, who had fled Iran because it got very, very difficult, the persecution, threats of their lives being taken. So I met with them. They're not Arab, they're not Jewish, they're Iranians. Iranians in Istanbul. Well, good morning, and we are reading through 1 Samuel, and today is 9/11. And did you know on 9/11, we lost more people than any church in New York? They went home to heaven. We didn't lose them in that sense. 4 people lost their lives that day. What a bad day that was. But we are alive today, and we're serving Jesus, and we're learning 1 Samuel. We're reading through it, and I got a bunch to read to you today. David's on the run, as you know, from King Saul and the army. Why? Because Saul is jealous of David. That's all. That's all it takes. Jealousy and envy, and we're off to the races. And Saul is the king, and he has the whole army chasing David. Can't get him, though, because God is keeping David safe. The Ziphites went up to Saul at Gibeah and said, "Is not David hiding among us in the strongholds at Horesh, on the hill of Hakilah, south of Jeshimon? Now, your majesty, come down whenever it pleases you to do so, and we will be responsible for giving him into your hands." The good old Ziphites, those are great people to have as your friend. They're going to Saul. Saul doesn't have to go to them. They're going up and saying, to gain favor with the king, obviously, "Hey, David's in our area. Come on down, because we'll find out where he is and hand him over so you can cut him in 100 pieces." Wow. No, David didn't know what the Ziphites were saying. But God knows when people do evil things and want to deliver other people for ridicule or for worse. Not a good sign when we want to see other people be hurt. Saul replied, "The Lord bless you for your concern for me. Go and get more information. Find out where David usually goes and who has seen him there. They tell me he is very crafty. Find out about the hiding places he uses and come back to me with definite information. Then I'll go with you. If he is in the area, I will track him down among all the clans of Judah." So what jumps out at me here is, again, how delusional King Saul is. He says to the Ziphites who want to see David killed and them get some props for it, "The Lord bless you for your concern for me." Now, that sentence alone, "the Lord bless you for your concern for me," said by another person at another time, that's a good sentence. Is it not? If you say to someone, you know, "The Lord bless you. You thought about me, you visited me in prison or in a hospital. The Lord bless you for your concern for me." But in this context, it shows how religiously delusional we all can get. Saul is blessing them in the name of the Lord who has anointed David to be the next king, and he's trying to kill that person. See what hate does? You can mix hate, prejudice, racism, jealousy, envy. You can mix that with talk about the Lord and go way, way, way out of bounds into left field and beyond the barrier. He's blessing someone like, "Oh, may the Lord bless you for that. Now you just deliver him up and I'll kill him. See, you can mix religion with hate, with jealousy. And now instead of being embarrassed, like, why am I trying to kill the one that God anointed, who slew Goliath and made it better for me? It's all blinded, but you keep the religious facade. I've been thinking about that so much lately. You know, the pandemic revealed the ugly underside belly of the evangelical church in many ways. Don't you think it did? Because now you have people on social media attacking each other like to destroy. Because of the Bible? No. Because someone has left Orthodox teaching? No, 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 no. Because their political opinions differ with mine, or you differ with them, and now they are in an attack mode. Always in the name of God. Oh yeah, using vitriolic language, hateful speech. I mean, the most nasty things on social media. But always, I'm just doing this because God has raised me up to stand for the truth, you miserable critter. And no one's bothered by it. Like, would Jesus ever do that? No. Would Jesus ever talk like that? No, never. He would. But instead of us humbling ourselves and saying, you know what, that's inappropriate and I should be ashamed of myself. No, we have the Lord to blame for it. We blame the Lord. The Lord bless you. The Lord is with me and I'm going to kill David. And we mix the holy with the unholy. Come on, we've all done that. I don't want to do that. If we're going to be Christians, let's go all the way. Let's be Christian. If we're going to be hateful and attack people who disagree with us, let's then just be hateful and attack people. But please don't bring the Lord's name into it. Don't say you're raised up by God. I heard that all my life from people who want to do vicious things. Spread gossip. But the Lord spoke to me that I should share this with you. No, he didn't. I'm only telling you this so we can pray. Have you ever heard that one? So, the lesson for us today is let's not be Ziphites and deliver other people up to good-for-nothings like King Saul. And let's not bring God, shows a seared conscience, doesn't it? Of course, Saul is by now, he's out to lunch spiritually, morally. So he's living wrong, but using the Lord's name in vain. No, his name is holy. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.